Hi guys, it's Keith H again from Players of War Airsoft in Scotland. Now this is going to be another video that's been inspired again by some of the questions I get regularly asked about airsoft videos. And probably the most common question that I get, and that I've also seen on some of Scout the Doggy's videos, are why are players rubbing the bottom of their magazines during gameplay? Now the reason for that is because of the type of magazine it is. It's called a high capacity magazine, and high capacity means it carries a lot of ammunition in the form of BBs. So what kind of magazines can you get? First of all, you've got what are termed reel caps, which carry the same amount of BBs as you would expect to find bullets in a real magazine. Second type you get is what we call low capacity, and you're looking at an average of about 50 to 55 BBs per magazine. After that we have what are called mid caps. Mid caps you're looking on average between 100 up to around 175, 180 BBs per magazine. And all of those, the reel cap, the low cap and the mid cap magazines, work on a tension spring. That means when you feed the BBs into the nozzle at the top of the magazine, a spring inside the mag is depressed, and then when it reaches full capacity you can't put in any more BBs. You then place the magazine in the gun, and when you pull the trigger it's going to be fired out the other end. So how does a high cap or high capacity magazine work in comparison? Well, looking at both these magazines here, this is the magazine for the Sturmgewehr 44, and this one here is for the M16 or L85 assault rifle. Both of these magazines, although different shapes and sizes, are both high capacity and both carry roughly about the same amount of ammunition per magazine. So the way these magazines work instead is the BBs, and I'll zoom in here using the zoom on the camera just to give you a closer look. The BBs are fed into here, poured in the top, and you would pour those in until it reached full capacity in the magazine. What you would then do on the underside of the magazine, and you can see now it's focusing on a jagged wheel, what you would do is you would turn that, and as you turn it, a spring inside the magazine here is going to feed the BBs round and up, and you'll see this tube here. So the nozzle or the top of the feed well there is where the BBs are going to be fed up. So the cog on the bottom that I showed you, I'm just going to wind that up and you'll see the BBs reaching the top there. Now when it reaches the top, the spring inside is not at full tension, so you would need to keep winding it after that. And then once it reaches full tension, you'll hear a distinctive click in the magazine, and to wind it on any further than that, you're probably likely to wind it so tight that it won't release when it's actually inside the mag well and you want to fire the gun. So this goes inside the feed chamber on the gun itself, and when you pull the trigger, piston comes back the way, BBs are moved into the gun and fired out. So that's how the high caps work, by winding the cog on the bottom. Now many magazines also come with this. This is a winding key. Now the winding key would fit into the magazine like so, and then you would turn that and that would wind your magazine up to full tension. Now admittedly, the winding key is a far more efficient method of winding the magazine up than just doing it by hand with the cog at the bottom. However, using the winding key, you're likely to find that you'll be constantly losing these things when you're outdoors skirmishing. You're running around, standing up, throwing yourself on the ground. These keys come out and frequently get lost, so I never ever use them. That was just purely to demonstrate how these things work. Now, why would you use a high cap over a mid cap or a low cap? It's really a matter of preference. If you want to go out into the kind of environment where people are just literally hosing each other with BBs, then it's a high cap mag you want. and you can hear the BBs in there rattling around. That carries a lot of ammunition, and really you'll be tooled up to the max when you're out playing with your fellow skirmishers. If you're looking for ultimate realism when you're skirmishing, if you're going to do a military simulation, then you're looking more at carrying what we call the real caps or the low caps, and then you're doing a lot of magazine changes. It makes the whole experience a lot more realistic. When you compare that to the type of magazine that you're looking at lying down on the bed at the moment, carries a lot of ammunition in there, which would mean if you carried maybe 2 or 3 of those mags, you've really got thousands of rounds worth of ammunition there. If a soldier was going to carry the amount of bullets that would match the amount of BBs that we've got in that mag, for example, you're looking at a soldier having to carry somewhere in the region of 15 to 16 magazines on his body armour or in his webbing, which is a lot of weight. So it just shows you the difference between the two types of magazine. Anyway, again, if you've got any other questions about magazines, guys, just add your comments or questions at the bottom of the video. If it's been helpful to you, then please rate it, and look out for the next video, and thanks again for watching, guys.